So Liam, how are you feeling today?
I know I feel alright. I don't know, my heart is bumping a bit, but I I feel like my general mental state is good. Weirdly, today I went through like this weird thing where I was like nostalgic, and I was feeling very nostalgic over what it is that I've lived. Still this point. I was thinking of like university. I was thinking of like what high school used to be like, because those are things that are like still very very close, and it's close to me relative to where I am in life. And I felt very nostalgic, and I went on TikTok and I searched like nostalgia is, just as a search. And then somebody like said nostalgia is proof of a life well lived. So I think I find myself feeling very grateful at this moment. That is exactly how I feel, because I thought of all of those memories, and with my friends, and what heartbreak felt like, what winning felt like, what losing feels like, and all of those things, felt nostalgic. Every single feeling and every single image in my head felt nostalgic, and I think it's just gratefulness. I always wanted to get involved in politics since I was like an 8 year old. In grade two is when I found out about politics. I remember it was the 2009 elections, and you had Alan Zeller, you had Jacob Zuma, you had all these people, and I asked, because I always wanted to help people. I always wanted to make human existence and the experience of being a human being an easier thing, and whatever is conducive to that is whatever I want to be doing in this life. And I feel as though that is why politics. I love people. I love connecting with people. I love just seeing people be people. Some of my favorite moments in life was just, you know, speaking to a stranger, and it's just watching such an interaction make a stranger's day better. And I feel as though that is why I chose politics, because I felt like it was some form of a vehicle to make the lives of other people better, and to make their experiences on earth better. It Many times, people think that getting into politics is because of money, and I I couldn't imagine somebody choosing this for money, because if you choose this for money, your heart won't allow you over time. It's as simple as that. And it shouldn't be a space where money is your priority and money is your focus. Because if money is your priority and your focus, I feel as though you've lost the plot, because it should be the lives of other people and making those lives better.
For people who don't know you, who is Liam Jacobs outside of politics?
Sometimes I don't know the answer to that myself. I struggle with trying to figure out who that identity is outside of politics, just because politics has been a part of my life for so long. And politics has also made it difficult for me to have a personal life of sorts. It's been very difficult because of how exposed one is in politics, and especially because of how hypervigilant politics makes you. So what I am outside of politics, like I said, is just somebody who's viciously in love with the experience of being a human being. And whatever mode that takes and whatever vehicle that takes, that is who I am. It's just I I love people, and I love seeing people be people. And what I am outside of politics is still that, because politics is also a translation of what it is that I am, just maybe dialed up to 10. And I find myself being somebody who, like many other people, has my own struggles, has my own challenges. I also have a family. I've also got a brother, I've got two sisters, I've got a mother, I have a father, and they're all people who I love very dearly. I'm somebody who's also got great friends across different parts of the country, some who live very far from me. And I also happen to be somebody with various different passions. I mean, if you speak to somebody who knows me very well, you'll find that I like a lot of things. I love professional wrestling. I sit and I watch video essays, which is weird for most people, but I sit and watch video essays about why SpongeBob is surreal. And I I'm just quirky like that, man. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I love just looking at the sun. Well, not the sun itself, but watching how the sun touches things, like houses and hills and plants. I like just being in the present moment, and yeah. You are evil for asking that. Okay, so I remember I was on a video call with my ex at the time, and I had just left the ANC, and I asked myself, what did I want politics to look like? I didn't want to have politics of corruption be the order of the day. I wanted, something that at least seemed good, with policies that at least seemed sound. And I think that initial attraction was much like you falling in love with somebody, and then when you fall in love, and when you fall for them, you then realize, as it goes on, that what you initially loved is not what it is over time. And I initially went to the DA because I wanted a better country, and I believed that they were the best vehicle for it. And I found myself sitting in this place where I wanted, what was good governance. I wanted something that was clean audits, but I found later that, that wasn't the case, and that, you can have something like good governance, but unfortunately it doesn't translate into transformation in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, that is what initially attracted me to the DA. I feel like I'm being so truthful. This is crazy. I had been watching the Patriotic Alliance for quite some time. My mandate in the DA was attack Gayton McKenzie, and that was a mandate that was given to me. I was just meant to attack Gayton McKenzie for no reason, because they were perceived to be all sorts of things that they weren't, and that is what I was meant to attack. And as time went on, and as I started observing, I realized that the people in this party are genuine people who mean what they say, and say what it is that they mean without holding and pulling any punches. And I found it to be raw. I found it to be authentic. I found it also to be something that is politics without the way that politics was done previously. It felt like a different type of politics. And I think I have to quote what Ashley says here. He says, and this is Ashley Souls, he says, other parties understand the art of politics, and the PA understands the heart of politics. And I didn't just choose to move here after a personality or something like that. I could sense that in this party was more heart than anything I've ever seen in South African politics. And I was in the ANC, I was in the DA, but the PA just has so much heart. And with that comes the space and the freedom to express yourself without pulling any punches. You can be yourself here. And I find myself being myself. I wouldn't be able to put together a video like this while in the DA. I wouldn't be able to push my, this creative side of myself out if I was still in the DA. And I found myself looking at the PA and seeing a space where I could fight a genuine fight for people without any donor interests or anything like that, that I could just be in a genuine space fighting a genuine fight with genuine people. And I found that to be one of the things that really pulled me towards the PA, is the authenticity and the heart that exists within the party.
Why did you leave the DA?